give me please. Back. Thank you.
And there we see our table setting. Johnny, who's just introduced himself, Norwegian teacher, sitting on a very nice 11 million in seat one. Not a massive difference between 4.5 million and 11 million in terms of some final tables where you get 2 or 3 very short stacks and a couple of very large stacks. This is a fairly even spread for these 9 players. First player out will receive 3,000 euros plus, of course, a ticket to the Slovak Poker Championship later in the year. There is our prize pool and 40,000 up the top. You often get a deal in the last 2 or 3 where the money gets smoothed off, but you always have to keep 10% of the remaining prize pool for the winner here at Banco. It's one of the rules to stop too much kind of collaboration. So if the top 2 did a deal, there's 66,000. They'd have to keep 10%, 6,600 back, and then they can do some kind of split with the remaining 60,000. So we'll be on our way soon. Get yourself a glass of something. It's a lovely warm day in most of Europe. Get yourself a glass of vino maybe, or a nice cool beer, or a cup of tea if you're English like me. If you see what I mean there, 18, 19 big blinds is the lowest up to 44. That's actually fairly even spread. And a lovely spread of flags we've got there as well. If you are subscribed to the Spade Poker TV channel, then please put any comments in. I'll be tracking that and do my best to come back with an answer. I'll get someone else who knows more than me to answer it. So yeah, do make comments on your players or play that you've seen, good or bad. No issue criticizing something, and show your support if you've got friends that are playing. Nice pair of 9s. I don't think you'll be folding this one in a hurry. Looks like Austrian Thomas just calling with the ace jack. He has smacked to this flop, top 2 against the 9s. Lovely little check. Do like that. Make the aggressor pay. Hope he'll c-bet this. And he is coming in with something. Probably 4. Yep, 425. I'd like just to see a flat call here. He knows what he's doing. Very good. Dominic not giving up on this pot too soon. Second stab on the turn. Doesn't really have any draws except for 2 9s. And when he gets called here, possibly even raised, he'll have a feel he's in a tough spot. Sure, we will see a raise from Thomas. No, just a call. Really milking him along. He feels super safe with the ace jack. That has made a flush. Sorry, made a straight with a king 10, but I don't know whether we're going to see a big third bullet. Might be the only way he feels he could win this. We know he can't. Pretty well any bet will be called.
How much?
Wow. Big bet on the end. And a call. And Mr. Schuster, Dominic, has misstepped with his nines big time. Couple of nice hands here. This could bubble up. Kings with Thomas.
50.
Sorry, Thomas. Yep. Raise to 600. That's our Frenchman want to get involved. 10-5 suited. He does not. So 350 to call with the ace 10. I think he's raising to 2 million. And he is going to find that he is going to be all in any minute if he chooses to carry on this hand. This is music to Thomas's ears. Getting re-raised here. With a fairly weak holding of ace 10, to be fair. With 9-handed. If we were 3 or 4-handed, it'd be a much stronger hand. But quite surprised, really. Antonino from Hungary. Take your time, my friend. Take your time. If he thinks he's going to get called, he will push. Doesn't really want to be calling here because of any ace on the flop and he's in trouble. Get maximum value from your premium hands. Wow. That's quite surprising with kings there, just calling. Taking the more conservative route. Looking to... That's a lovely hand for the overpair. Already 4.6 million in the pot. And the aggressor, Antonino, really has to bet at this. Haven't got many options, having 3 bets to 2 million pre-flop. Got to rep the overpair. And he is going to do that. Near 2 million, I think that is. 1.4 in fact. Thomas really playing this well in terms of giving away very little information, looking fairly unsure. He's going to follow this line. I quite favour the call. If he raises here, he may find he loses his customer. This is very, very well played at the moment, unless he gets very unlucky with an ace or run of diamonds. Wow, there's a diamond. That brings in any ace, any diamond, any 3. There's a lot of outs now. 14 of them for Mr. Carmen, who has been the aggressor in this hand. And no diamond for Thomas. I think he shoved. I think he's gone all in. 4.8 million. This could go either way. There's a lot of outs here for the diamonds, the ace. And Thomas now, a player that's uncertain where he was. I think he knew where he was on the flop. Well, it's a horrible turn for him. Could be drawing dead with the kings. So getting a count. Half of his stack. Tough spot. Not easy at all, this one. The way the hand's been played, so aggressive by
No fear, huh?
Antonino.
No fear. Just bam, bam.
I think he's right. No fear.
70-50. 4,750,000.
Any advantage Thomas may have here is that I don't think Antonino has put him on that bigger hand. He hasn't put him on a big overpair.
4,750.
And he's got the ace of diamonds, so he knows he's not up against the nut flush as well. Ooh, tough spot for Austrian Thomas Hamel. Austria, of course, neighbours here to Slovakia. You can get here in half an hour from Vienna. Fly to Vienna, fly to Bratislava, and come and play with these amazing value tournaments here at Banco. Slovak coming up. All sorts of events. Olympic Poker Festival. I might play that one myself. Got a nice mix of Omahas, open face Chinese, 8 game, all tournaments I love. PLO 5 and a high roller PLO. So lots of possible events, plus of course a very good value main event. Wow, tough spot. Not sure there's any right or wrong here.
I think I fold. Which is incredible.
Wow. Thinking about folding is what he said. He's been up against a very aggressive line. Tricky spot. Still be left with 9 million. I bet Mr. Carman shows the ace of diamonds.
Put a clock on myself, please.
What?
A clock on myself.
You want clock?
Love it. Clock on himself.
Thanks.
I always think it's a nice move. I like that. Very
It's okay.
professional,
It's okay.
respecting the other player's time. I think it's an underused thing to, make yourself make a decision, especially when you really aren't sure which way to go. And it's absolute 50-50. He's up against a big draw, which is what he is up against, a relatively big draw, and winning, or he's almost drawing dead with no diamond in his hand.
10 seconds.
Does favour the fold by his body language.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, what a great play by the Hungarian. That's a lovely hand. Okay, we all need a little bit of breather now, a little breather. Relax, have a rest, especially the players.
Please don't.
I'm calm.
Raise to 600 with the ace jack. I'm sorry, raise with the ace 5.
Quite fast.
Thomas in the thick of it. King's previous hand had to fold in the end. Or felt he had to. Was winning. But up against 14 outs. And big blind probably going to make up the blind here with a king queen. Doesn't need to re-raise. Is that a position though? That's one thing to consider.
3 pairs.
Just makes the call. So 3 to a flop. Low flop, but the 5 has hit. So our original raiser, Thomas, who lost quite a sizable pot last pot, has his second pair with an ace kicker.
1 million. Stadium bet 1 million.
But it is our aggressor coming straight out, betting $1 million into 1.3 million. He is here. He is here to win. No argument. Maximum pressure. Love it.
Unforgettable call.
He obviously knows that people play their hands too much rather than the potential, or looking at the kind of equity argument. Can Thomas hold his nerve on this one if he thinks he's ahead? 6-7 has made the straight. There's a flush draw there now. And we know that Antonino does not like to check, but he is checking. Looking for a free card unless Thomas can put something in here. No, it decides against it. King or a queen to win. And there's the king. Wow, he's not only playing well, he's running good. This Antonino Carmen from Hungary. Had some very good Hungarian players on this final table in the past few years that I have done comms on. And this guy has got everything. Extremely brave, taking the lead where he can.
7 bet.
He's not really repping the king here, he's more repping the flush.
Betting
But
machine.
now very hard for ace 5 to call.
Just do your job, buddy.
A straight's made, a flush is made, and overcards. So, yeah, mate, this time
Again.
makes the right fold.
And if not, well played.
David plus 50k more.
Kings raising, min raise 2x. But our Norwegian friend
Heads up.
with a playable ace 10 is not going to let this go without a fight. And not a great flop for, well, arguably for either player. Gut shot draw for seat 1 and overpair for seat 5. And neither player has a flush draw.
Basically double bet. 600.
It's a pretty good card for Kings. It does not improve our Norwegian friend's hand, and I think he has to and does give it up. Johnny Hofseth in seat 1. Kings now for our chip leader and best performer so far on this final table. Bastille could be shoving with the ace-10 suited. It's the first big hand he's had, and he is short-stacked. And he will certainly get called. This could be first player at risk if he decides to play it. Could just call though. It doesn't have to be raising here. Could call and see a flop and reassess, but I think a big raise or a push is the most likely option. Kept a few back to play with, making it look stronger than it really is. And I'm sure when it comes back round, we will just see an all-in and a call. Not quite sure what 8-5 suited is thinking about. Certainly be live. And bad news, unless he hits an ace for Bastille, seat 9 could be our 9th place finisher, giving everyone a bit more elbow room. Needs to see an ace from space or diamonds. There is the ace, and it's a nice double up to 7.1 million, unless
Everyone happy now?
we see a straight draw, a king, a 10, maybe a jack. Just 2 kings in the deck now. Down to 5%.
I told it for me.
There we blow. So first little dent, not a big one. 3 million into 15. Jack 10 suited, very playable hand. Just calls behind. And for those in the chat, this has been our best player so far. First, Antonino Carmen from Hungary has played some very, very good poker on this final table. And it's an up and down for him. And neither other player has hit. So he's arguably in the best shape at the moment. No one has backdoor diamonds either. However, original Razor may decide to c-bet. No, he does his dramatic check. And no need to bet, really. Just wait till you hit the nuts with the absolute nut redraw. So, nut straight for Antonino. Told you he was best player. And just in case, he's got the straight flush draw. Does bring King Jack into it, but I think we'll see a small bit. I'd like to see about 600 here. Just need to start getting some value. 650. You want a call. You do not want to lose your customers here. Maybe max 8 in my book. I've got to get value from these hands. And couldn't actually see the amount. Looked about 8 or 9 and gets immediate folds, which is fair enough from the other two point of view. We've seen aces and just the min raise to 800. 2 off the button. Gotta hope someone's got a hand. You can't see it yet, but Antonino's defending in the cutoff.
Can you put your card?
And he's got ace king suited. He could get in a lot of trouble here. He's going to feel, especially if he hits. And 2 hearts in the way there. Going to be very tricky for Antonino not to lose chips here, especially if he hits any king, any ace, flush draw. Oh wow, King Two's coming in
like a call.
from the Ukraine.
3 players.
Queen 7-6. Only aces holding here. Not much of a draw for either other player.
Let's cut all that 1 million.
Very nicely weighted back there. 1 million into 3. Going to keep the ace king interested. Looking for runner flush.
7.
Could be the first misstep
2, 5.
by
What's up?
Antonino.
Bet check.
Cut shot for Antonino now. Getting a stare down. Patrik giving him big stare.
7 check.
Checks behind. Very tricky. That's quite a dangerous card.
7 check.
It's made a couple of straights. He lost a bit of value there, I think. But there you go. Took down a 5 million pot. I hope he finds the strength to call here. I think always difficult. Ace jack on the edge for sure, on the line. But against a short stack push, it's pretty strong. The book says call for what it's worth.
Boring final table.
Money in the end, he folds. Took the more conservative option. Very 50-50 that one.
Четыре. Пас. 5. Raise.
King Queen for Patrik. This time not looking to call a raise, but making a raise. I'm sure the other players will see how solid and tight he's playing. But Jack 8 wants to have a look.
6 call. Heads up.
And both players have hit. This could get expensive. Flush draw there. You don't want to see the flush come. So certainly be betting it. Second pair for Andrea. Can't fold on one bet. Is he going to do something funky like we've seen already? Not at this point.
Just call.
Hasn't really changed much about the board. Though a 10 would give a straight to Patrik, so it's increased his equity a bit. It's already 88%. Wow, he's checking. Is he really worried about Queen 10? Oh dear, I don't like that address. Very. There's the Queen, King Queen. 2 pairs now for Patrik. Thankfully for him.
500.
What do you do? Ah la la la. You try to milk me?
Why do you do la la la? I
Man.
think he means, why are you making
La,
such
la,
a
la.
cheeky value bet? It's a funny time to bet, to be honest, because any 10 makes a straight,
If I
plus
see
any
a
flush.
bluff on the
So,
stream after
not the
this,
best time to be betting, although he has bet very
I will
small.
be tilted. Hein? Ah oui, oui. Hein.
Andrea has given away that he
Ah oui,
hasn't
oui.
got either of those hands, but that's not the point.
Crazy. Why is this sizing? What do we do? You want me to pay, huh? Yeah. Oh, chips. Very good sizing to milk me. Huh? Time. Do this with a queen?
Not quite sure why Andrea is spending too long on this one, because there's just no value in him calling. He's only beating a bluff, and Patrik has not shown to be that kind of player. So I would just, unless you want to see his hand, too much theatrics, my friend.
Tu juges jamais bon. Allez, bravo, tu
6
bluffes.
pas.
It's like beautiful as bluff
And
ever.
we are on a break, people. Pretty good flop for the Ukrainian, who's checking his 2 pairs, trying to get some action. And he's got some. Gut shot draw for Patrik. Going to be all in now, I think, Mr. Shubin. There's no point in him hanging about. I think Patrik will know he's behind, but he does have an overcard and the gut shot straight draw. He really is behind, though. Should be a double up for our Ukrainian in seat 2. Mind you, Patrik may fold this. Hasn't called. Trying to run through the hand. The fact that he's been check raised. With his hand, it actually doesn't matter much whether Shubin's got 2 pairs, 1 pair. It's only the made straight he wouldn't want to see. So he's got to hit his gut shot straight. Got it in as good as he can, the short stack. And there's the 8. Only a 9 or a 7 will save Shubin now. What a card. He got it in as good as he could. That's all you can ask for in this game. And we lose our 7th place finisher. Patrik, our local Slovakian, increasing his lead. And we are down to 6 players. Our Frenchman has called. And now making a play, repping the ace. And being met by a stoic response. This time he has hit something, he's hit a 2. But the club is not a great card. Well, arguably for either player. This We'll now sort out the men from the boys. Very good play there by Andrea, showing a lot of strength, repping the ace and continuing to rep it, taking the best hand out. Good poker. King 9 with the raise. Patrik with the proper hand has just called. Possible squeeze opportunity. Looks like he's going for it. Could get in a lot of trouble by the time it goes round. But Patrik's been very conservative. Should be shoving by the time it comes round. If he calls out of position. Patrik. Can't always be worried that your oppo has you beat. Only 2 hands beat him and 1 hand ace king drawing. As it is. Alter card, queen, top pair for our French raiser, and Patrik with top set.
Oui.
Alright, I think we can take some time now.
La la la. Oh, you snap all in, quoi. Crazy. You have set?
Crazy.
Okay. 8, 9, Jack 10. Wow. Count, please. You have more than me, right?
No one likes to fold top set, but top pair with a good kicker. But he's just spelt it out. He could be up against 9s, 8s, queens, or Jack 10, in which case he's a big dog. He didn't actually mention queens, but we know that's what he's got.
Allez, bravo, if you bluff.
And in the end, I think the only play he really had was to fold, especially against that player. Even though he had top pair, he knew one way or other 4 combos that he'd be behind. Plus, of course, 2 pairs, 8, 9, suited. Queen 8 less likely, but Queen 9 suited possible. So up against maybe 5 combos of hands that he was a big dog too. So it's good fold.
Good luggage. Good luggage.
Decent holding with 5 players, but even better holding for our Frenchman. Straight back in the action. Had to fold his ace jack suited last hand against a strong looking river bet. He'll be 3-betting this.
Shot price 2.5 million.
2.5, nicely sized bet. And it's going to be very hard now for Johnny to continue, but we've seen him call with quite a wide variety of hands. So I'm not assuming this particular player will fold at all. He doesn't like folding, that's for sure. He may feel the Frenchman as being a bit tilty after losing a 5 million pot and wants to be back on the horse with a wide variety of hands. So playing quite nicely into Andrea's hands at the moment. See how it goes.
It's not correct. Only. Fuck off.
Wow, this is a misstep. Big misstep. Pushing all in with ace 8 and being snapped by kings. Yeah, Johnny, head in hands, mate, because that is a big, big misstep. Luckily, he only has 8 million behind. So even if he loses, he's still pretty well chip leader. I think Andrea would catch up. Just needs to avoid an ace.
Interesting.
Wow, what a flop.
queens,
Queen, queen.
Oh, this will be crazy.
One more queen and the ace counts. That would be that's a horrible way to go. Another queen and the ace counts. Oh no, what a way to win. An incredible hand. Absolutely incredible.
King would be. Oh my god.
That is an absolute shock. Someone even mentioned it and then wow.
Really unlucky, man. Oh my god.
It's Johnny's day for sure.
Nigde v životu.
Now we can tell him he has the worst bet in the history of poker. I mean, what the fuck is that?
Magic.
Wow, what a hand, guys. What a hand. Haven't seen that one for a while. I've seen it. I've been on the table where it's happened. But I've not seen that for a while.
Messi.
I'm still trying to work out whether to make a play here. He only has 13 big blinds. But yeah, that's a sensible. Oh my god, and now it's Johnny's turn to have kings. Should just flat call here, try and get maximum value. No, he's shoved. And it's the other way around this time. He has the kings. He is blessed in this tournament so far. Our short stack at risk with the ace 10 offsuit. We have seen some magic in the previous hand. 4 queens and the ace kicker counted. Are we going to see something mad like a 3 kings on board and a Broadway straight by the end, something like that. I don't know. An ace from space floating in on the river. Backdoor spades and backdoor straight. Not all over yet. Still has over 20% equity. Not a good card, but does still have a straight draw. Any ace, any 8. And that's not good enough. We lose Bastille in 4th place. And Johnny the Viking marches on. Top pair against a gut shot draw and 2 overcards. Is this going to be the end of Thomas? He looks like he wants to make a move. He is, and he's called immediately. We could see 3rd place finisher here, unless he hits an 8, a jack, or a 10. 9 outs exactly. 35%. He's 2-1 against in old language. And that is not one of them. Now his odds reduced to about 4-1. I don't feel it's coming. I don't feel it's coming. And it isn't. So we lose 3rd place finisher and we are down to 2 players. Will they be discussing a deal? We have a big chip leader. Was in about 4th spot and Johnny was actually doing quite well 3rd. So both of them have exceeded their initial starting amounts by a couple of places. Top pair for Patrik. Gut shot draw for Johnny. Well, he won't be folding that. Now he's got the double gutter, the 4 or the 7. How expensive is Patrik going to make it? It's a good size bet, that one. Making it expensive. How's your luck, Johnny? Well, so far it's been pretty good. And I think with a double gutter, that's the right play. He misses. Can he find a way of winning this? Could he rep the Jack 10 or the Queen 8? Patrik showing weakness on the end. Opening the door for Johnny to make a move, and he is. Very strong poker player. It's a lovely size bet. This will test the mettle of Patrik. We've seen him wilt a bit. We've seen him fold hands he really shouldn't be folding. I don't think this really is a much trickier spot. He's only got the 9 with a bad kicker. He's got to work out, is Johnny got it? Or is he the kind of player who's missed everything, which he has, and capable of making this bet? Makes the call. Wow, great call. Great call.
Not the right one.
Patrik showing us more than we've seen earlier.
4 and 7 and 3rd, and the Queen was the obvious card.
chceš?
Yeah.
Pendulum has now swung towards Patrik with that excellent call. Nothing wrong with the bet either. Very good bet representing the Jack 10, representing what he got there. But brave and very good call by Patrik. Could hold up. Ace 10 raise. Patrik Kings, 3 bets, 2.6. Is Johnny going to shove? It's an effective shove. He's made a very strong 4 bet. And it's all in and call.
Ace 10. No.
And this has swung a massive way, and kings have been so significant. We lost to ace 10 earlier when 4 queens hit the board and the ace counted. 1. And now the bit of extra help from the one upstairs. Patrik crosses himself that an ace doesn't come. This is the absolute pivotal hand of this final. Extra 6,500 for the winner.
5-1-2.
It's looking like Patrik. But Johnny has played a fantastic game and will take home over 30,000, whatever. Only 3 aces left. And it's all over.
Congrats.
We have a local winner, very unusual. Well played, Patrik, and very well played, Johnny. He had more than his share of luck to get to second place. Got the majority in an ICM deal, and Patrik will take home around 45,000. So excellent play. Thank you very much for joining us here at Banco Casino for this final.
Jak to mám hodit?
Úplne, že rovno do objektívu, iba takto. OK.
Spravíte ešte s týmto fotku?
Jasné, áno, jasné.
Ďakujem.
Okay. Ďakujeme, gratulujem.
Ešte jeden oficiálny.